After months of flares, I remember the day I realised the symptoms had completely disappeared. Not faded, not managed, just gone, with no trace they'd ever been there. For me, that was angioedema and skin flares on my face, bad enough that I could actually see individual mast cells that had infiltrated my skin. What got me there wasn't finding the one food to cut out forever, it was identifying the actual underlying driver. For me, that was mycotoxins and supporting my body's detoxification pathways enough to make a real dent in the toxic burden that had built up over time. Once that burden came down, my immune system and my detox pathways did what they're actually designed to do, and the symptoms resolved on their own without me forcing anything. Here's what I got wrong at first, and what most people get wrong too. I assumed once the symptoms were gone, I was done, cured, free to stop thinking about any of it forever. And that's not how long-term predictability actually works. And believing it is what makes the return of symptoms feel like such a shock later on, a bit like a betrayal instead of something explainable. Staying symptom-free isn't a one-and-done event. It's not about permanently avoiding a single trigger and calling it finished. It's about building maintenance into daily life, genuinely supporting your energy production, consistently avoiding the specific things that tank your mitochondrial function, and knowing what actually works for your body and your environment day after day, not just during the crisis when everything feels urgent. The people who stay predictable long-term aren't the ones who found the perfect elimination diet. They're the ones who understood their own underlying drivers well enough to keep supporting their body consistently, long after the obvious symptoms disappeared and life started to feel normal again. If you've had stretches of feeling better before, only to have things creep back, it's worth asking whether you actually addressed what was driving your symptoms in the first place, or just outlasted a flare while the underlying burden was still quietly building back up underneath it. Drop reset in the comments below and I'll walk you through what a real maintenance rhythm looks like once you've gotten your symptoms under control.